Happy Friday the 13th, Achieve Virtual Education Academy teachers. Hopefully, it finds you with a lot of good luck today as opposed to sometimes what it can mean. Anyways, we are officially down to the 2 week warning with only 2 weeks to go in our semester. Got quite a few slides on this one, I think 8 or 9, so I'll go ahead and get to it. Again, 2 more weeks, May 27th. That's the advertised deadline in all of my newsletters since the beginning of the school year. May 27th. That is the end of our school year for Achieve Virtual. Everything needs to be wrapped up by then. And as one of your persuading remarks, as a reminder, my big campus is going away. Now, it officially won't be gone until June 30th, I don't believe. But we don't want kids hanging out, especially with summer. We'll be halfway through summer school at that point. So let's get them done. May 27th being that deadline. If you feel that a student has earned an extension, June 2nd is the absolute drop dead date. So if you have students that haven't finished by June 2nd, let's go ahead and cut them. As a reminder, Ben Davis Evening School is only available until May 26th. That's a Thursday for proctoring final exams. So the 27th and beyond, students will need to figure out their own way to get proctored. So just FYI and as a reminder. Need another favor through the Indiana Principals Leadership Institute. Year one was about improving myself and had multiple surveys where I could look into that and try to work on a goal, which I have. And then year two is about the school, and I must take 2 staff members, so I've selected 2 BDED teachers who will travel with me periodically to Indiana State out in Terre Haute as we work on a future school improvement plan based on data. And so there is a survey for the teachers to complete. I'd like as many of you as possible to complete this survey for me, please. Shouldn't take more than a couple minutes. I did it, and for the admin side, it literally took about 2 minutes. It's 9 different screens of, you're ranking certain things, just like you've done before. So if you would please take care of that for me, that way we have somewhat meaningful data. Some of it's not even relevant to Achieve, like do you feel safe in your environment? I mean, obviously, I hope you feel safe since you're sitting at home or in your teacher classroom with no kids. But then other aspects of it we can focus and work on. So it should be easy, shouldn't be much time, but I'd appreciate any feedback you could give so we can utilize that data and try to help ourselves grow. Summer school training. If you're hearing this, we have completed 2 this past Tuesday and Thursday. The next 2 are next Wednesday, May 18th at 4:30, and the last one I pushed back a little bit in case some of you were gun shy about getting on at 4:30 because it was too early. So I pushed it back to 5 o'clock for May 23rd. These are taking the first one I know took about an hour and a half. So it just kind of depends on questions and what's asked, but you can plan on about an hour and a half. So if you're getting kids, I'm trying to email updates weekly on that, who's getting kids, so you can plan to attend at least one of these. One of them will be recorded, so once we've completed them all, we'll get them out so you can reference the documents, but you can find the summer school documents we're referencing in the meetings in our teacher workroom. So just FYI, be sure to start using that and kind of start transitioning, if you haven't already, out of my big campus as far as getting information from the office, because that's the only place I'm putting updates now is It's Learning since the start of this semester. Summer school final exam proctors needed. If you're teaching summer school, or even if you're not but want a quick way to get service hours, I need about 10 to 11 teachers. The dates, I would need you from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and the dates are less than usual. We've only got 7 days, but I like to have multiple proctors on the last couple days. So June 12th, that's a Tuesday, or sorry, July 12th, that's a Tuesday. July 14th is a Thursday, and then Monday through Friday that last week, the 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st, and 22nd. On the 20th and 21st, I'd like more than one teacher, and on the 22nd, I'd like about 3. It just helps because you get a lot of students trying to cram. Again, if you're a Wayne Township teacher, we have to get service units, 15 hours to get your unit in the service hours, and you can use this for that. So, 2 dates and you're almost done. So, anyways, let me know. Shoot me an email if you're interested. I've never had a problem filling it in the past, but it's always a concern because it is time, and I understand that. But if you're a Wayne Township teacher, hopefully it's time that you can utilize to get cleared up from your service hours. Last newsletter. Last newsletter will come out the last day of this month, June, July. We do not have newsletters and fire that back up with the school year kickoff in August. But if you have any student celebrations, I always do a student of the month, but it wouldn't hurt to maybe add another box on our May one regarding any student celebrations you'd like highlighted. So shoot me that information. I've heard from some of you. Trying to spread the wealth on student of the month. We get some students that could win it every year, and they do a fantastic job. And it's not that I want to avoid them because they're not undeserving. They certainly are, but I do like to highlight other students every year. So just FYI, if you've sent me a name, potentially we've already given them that honor at some point, either last year or this year. If it's 2 years removed, I'm more likely to go ahead and give it to them again. But if it was just as recently as last school year, I'm probably looking for someone else. So just FYI, if you sent me a name and you don't see it. Closing out students, remember at the end of the semester you need to enter final grades into Genius for each of your students. You're going to have to do that in Skyward, so the practice won't change moving forward, but this will be the last time you need these instructions. So clicking here pulls you to the step-by-step instructions on how to complete whoa, wrong one. Ignore. That's for emailing your students. Let me pull this up real quickly. Sorry. Wow. Did not mean to give you that for course completion. Here we go. Oops. You guys are going to kill me. All right, course completion. Remember, it's 2 parts, how to complete students who finish between now and the end of the semester. You can, simply complete them as long as I would always double check the grade. Does the grade in Genius match the grade in My Big Campus? If it doesn't, you're going to have to manually update it. And that's where the second half of the instructions come in. The second half is how you manually update the grade, and if they don't finish your class, if you just complete them, but they've done 8 of 32 assignments and have an A, it will complete them with an A. So you're going to have to manually enter. I put 60% in here, 60 or 50, they're both Fs, whatever it is, and then make sure you put in comments. There's a place where you can type in a comment. Did not finish the course. That way we have record of, look, they didn't finish specifically. That's why they got a 50. So anyways, FYI, I will update this on the on our presentation before I post in It's Learning. So just FYI, this will work to the right document. Next year, you still want in. Obviously, sorry, I had to cough. I don't like to assume you just want in. So if you want out, let me know. If you want in, don't tell me anything, and I'll assume that you want back and you'll continue to get kids. But let me know if you're not interested in working for Achieve again. I do this every year. I rarely have people that tell me, yeah, you know what, I'm done. I think after year 1 I had some, but many of you who've been in the flow since then, unless you're leaving the district and looking for new job opportunities, most of you stay involved in some way, which is nice. So we have consistency in growth and learning and consistency in expectations. But certainly if you're not interested, let me know. Summer's only 7 weeks long. That gives me 7 weeks to do everything else we're doing. One of those weeks is a shutdown week, so it actually only gives me 6 weeks to work and try to track down replacements for you. So let me know as soon as possible if you're not interested in returning to Teach for Achieve. Summer happenings, things to be aware of. Remember, July 12th is our summer school PD. We'll be looking at how we're going to approach professional development in the future. I think you'll like it because it'll be more personalized and ideally less time that you'll be forced to be somewhere, i.e., online with us. So, just FYI, we're going to talk about that process, what it looks like, and then potentially come up with your goals for that. Two, our office will be under construction this summer. New carpet, new wallpaper, so we are going to be out of here. The lab next door will be utilized for final exams still, so that's where we'll be testing. I think the past 2 years we've been at the ninth grade center. This year we will be back here in our area, but our actual office will be moved until completion of the carpet and wallpaper. So yet to be determined. We'll probably be in a classroom down this hallway, but if that won't work, Amanda and I will be in some other office somewhere. So just FYI. We'll have the same phone numbers. When you move our phone, plug it in somewhere else, the same phone number will ring to that phone. We just won't be next door to the lab like we're used to. Our shutdown period is July 4th. I think that's the Monday through the 8th. That's when all MSD of Wayne Township offices are closed. Just FYI, that's when I do take my summer break. I do have email, so emergencies and my cell phone, obviously, I can help solve and work on. But if I'm not as quick to respond as I usually am, that is why. That being said, have a great weekend. It looks like we're in for some iffy weather overall, but enjoy it. You've only got 2 weeks left with the Chiefs students, and maybe 2.5 if you're extending any of them. But man, the school year is wrapping up. It's incredible. Enjoy it. Enjoy the kids the last couple weeks because this will be the last bit that you have them. And then don't forget our graduation is June 14th, starting promptly at 6 p.m. We'll start taking families to enter around 5:15 to 5:30. So if you're interested in helping or joining us, June 14th. Have a great weekend. I look to see y'all again next week.